Good evening to our viewers watching on television and those joining us online across our social media platforms. I'm Colin Abrams with the Thursday, March 5 edition of the Ghana TV9 News. In the headlines tonight, police force advances reforms with technology training upgrades. Commissioner says, body of 24-year-old security guard found in river at Unity. Agriculture Minister Mustafa urges stronger regional action to tackle hunger at FAO conference. Father and 15-year-old daughter died after car overturns at Mandela roundabout. And wait. Human Services Minister urges girls to delay motherhood at Women and Girls Summit. Now for the news in depth. Agriculture Minister the Honorable Zulfikar Mustafa has called for decisive regional action to combat hunger, poverty, and malnutrition across Latin America and the Caribbean, urging countries to move beyond discussions and take concrete decisions to strengthen food security. He made the calls while addressing delegates at the FAO Regional Conference for Latin America and the Caribbean, being held in Brasilia, Brazil.
Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa has called for decisive regional action to combat hunger, poverty, and malnutrition across Latin America and the Caribbean. Addressing delegates at the FAO Regional Conference for Latin America and the Caribbean, currently being held in Brasilia, Brazil, the minister urged countries to move beyond discussions and make concrete decisions that will advance policies aimed at improving food security and reducing inequality throughout the region.
Guyana's experience demonstrated that addressing hunger requires more than increasing food production. It demands structural transformation and of our food system, our social protection architecture, and our rural economies.
Mustafa said stronger commitments and coordinated strategies are needed to ensure that efforts to address hunger and poverty translate into meaningful outcomes for vulnerable populations across Latin America and the Caribbean. He emphasized that while many countries have been working towards strengthening their agriculture sectors and improving nutrition, progress will depend on clear policy actions and greater regional cooperation. The minister also highlighted the critical role of the Food and Agriculture Organization FAO in supporting countries as they work to modernize and transform their food systems.
The lesson from Guyana's experience is clear. Hunger is multidimensional. It cannot be solved by agriculture policy alone, nor by social protection in isolation. Effective approaches are integrated, data-driven, climate resilience, and people-centered. These things connect farmers to market. They connect children to nutritious meal. They connect vulnerable households to social safety nets. And they connect national policy with regional solidarity. As we work collectively across Latin America and the Caribbean, FAO's technical leadership and conveying power remain critical in supporting countries to transform food systems that are efficient, inclusive, resilient, and sustainable.
He noted that collaboration between countries supported by international organizations such as the FAO will be vital as the region seeks to strengthen food production, improve nutrition outcomes, and reduce poverty. The conference brings together representatives from across Latin America and the Caribbean to discuss strategies aimed at transforming food systems and advancing regional food security.
The Ghana Police Force is undergoing one of its most significant transformation in its history, with sweeping reforms, expanded training capacity, and new technology reshaping how law enforcement operates across the country, according to the Commissioner of Police, Clifton Hicken. Here's more.
Commissioner of Police Clifton Hicken says the Ghana Police Force has made significant progress in modernizing its operations, with approximately 75% of its strategic plans already implemented over the past 5 years. Speaking at the Sergeants' Conference, the police commissioner noted that the force has transitioned toward a more intelligence-led and technology-driven policing model aimed at improving crime detection, response time, and overall operational efficiency.
During this time, we made a clear transition to intelligence-led and technological-driven policing. Under the Safe Road Intelligence System, tortoise speed cameras were deployed nationwide. E-ticketed increased from 837 in 2024 to 24,793. And road accidents declined by 29%. These results reflected not just the use of technology, but strong enforcement and consistent supervision.
As part of these improvements, the force has also expanded its training capacity. Upgrades to the police academy have increased accommodation for more than 300 additional recruits, allowing the organization to train a larger number of officers to meet growing policing demands. In addition to strengthening human resources, the commissioner said the force has significantly improved its technological capabilities. This includes the deployment of 6,685 body cameras to ranks across the country and the installation of 942 digital workstations, measures intended to enhance transparency, accountability, and operational effectiveness.
Our human resources remain at the heart of reform because institutional strengthening depends on investing in our people. In 2025, 3,510 promotions were granted under a merit-based system, reinforcing fairness and performance standard. A total of 774 new recruits enlisted, strengthening our operational capacity, while 811 ranks enrolled in the Guyana Police Force Digital School to enhance academic and professional development. Additionally, 1,966 ranks benefited from scholarship and scholarships, with 105 receiving language training in Spanish, Portuguese, Mandarin, expanded over efficiency.
The emergency response systems has also been strengthened, with improvements made to the 911 service to ensure faster and more coordinated responses to incidents. According to Hicken, these developments represent key steps in transforming the force into a modern law enforcement agency capable of developing more efficient and professional service to the public. He emphasized that while infrastructure and technology are important, their success ultimately depends on disciplined leadership and proper use by ranks across the organization. Colin Abrams, Guyana TV9 News.
A father and his 15-year-old daughter died in a violent early morning crash at Georgetown's Mandela roundabout. Kenneth Johnson of Aidfield's Lilliandale Sophia and his daughter Kelly were ejected from their speeding vehicle after it lost control while negotiating the roundabout at around 1:55 a.m. CCTV footage shows the car hitting a concrete median and overturning multiple times before coming to rest. A third passenger survived and is receiving treatment at the Georgetown Public Hospital. Police have launched a full investigation to determine the circumstances behind this tragic accident that claimed 2 lives.
Health Minister Frank Anthony described the incidents as very unfortunate and stated that both patients had been placed on suicide watch. According to the minister, staff members had been assigned to monitor the patients, but the incident occurred during brief moments when they stepped out of the rooms. In response, Dr. Anthony said he has instructed the hospital to install temporary barriers on all windows in affected wards, while new windows designed to prevent patients from passing through them are being manufactured and installed. He noted that once the new windows are fully in place, the risk associated with that vulnerability should be reduced. The minister also explained that repairs to the hospital's psychiatric ward have required some patients to be temporarily relocated to other sections of the facility, adding that additional precautions will now be taken to improve patient safety. On February 26, a 70-year-old patient died after jumping from the second floor of the male surgical ward at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. On January 18, 22-year-old Marissa Eastman of La Parfait Harmony, who was 6 months pregnant, also died after jumping from the third floor of a ward at the hospital. Adana Doric, Guyana TV9 News.
The Honorable Dr. Vindya Prasad, Minister of Human Services and Social Security, delivered an emotional appeal to young women to delay motherhood while addressing participants at the Ghana Women and Girls Summit 2026 GWAGS on Wednesday.
The minister spoke candidly about the serious challenges associated with teenage pregnancy, noting that the issue often becomes most visible when tragedies occur. She recalled one recent case that left a deep emotional impact on her after learning that a child born to a teenage mother had died.
We're dealing with a whole barrage of challenges when it comes to teenage pregnancy. In the chair I sit, sometimes these things become highlighted when things go awry, but there are lots of teenage mothers out there. And again, it was difficult. I hadn't slept that and I couldn't sleep that night and that morning when I heard that that child had passed. She should not have even been a mother. And there are things in this ministry's portfolio that are so sensitive that I cannot say it for public consumption.
Prasad explained that many of the details surrounding such cases cannot be publicly disclosed due to protections in place for children and minors, but emphasized that the realities her ministry confronts are often difficult. During her address, the minister urged women and leaders present to speak frankly with young girls about the consequences of early pregnancy.
Wait. Let me say it again. Wait. 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 Because when you make choices, your future is different. When you make choices in that direction, your future is different. Motherhood is beautiful, but wait. Because with teen pregnancies come medical challenges, emotional difficulties, social obstacles, and everything that comes with it. And while we have the support services, there's so many of you choosing to do that. And then I can speak further because I'm also the minister that deals with public assistance. The conversation always starts with, I'm a single mother. And then I say, and I say, after that, they look at me, I said, well, we do have a program that empowers women like you. And while public assistance is there, I want you to utilize the programs that push empowerment that are free to you.
According to Prasad, teenage pregnancy can bring significant medical challenges, emotional strain, and social difficulties that may alter the course of a young woman's life. She also highlighted the ministry's support services, noting that many young mothers later seek help through public assistance programs. However, she encouraged women to take advantage of empowerment initiatives that provide opportunities for skills, training, and economic independence. While public assistance remains available for those in need, the minister emphasized that empowerment and education remain critical tools in shaping a better future for women and girls. Adana Darg, Guyana TV9 News.
We'll be back after this short break. Stay tuned.
Want to place your death announcements and in memoriam messages on Channel 9? Call 592-761-5006, 710-5008, 600-5006. Or visit our office at Lot 85A Lamaha Street, Albertown, Georgetown, Century 21 Building.
Guyana Channel 9 is now Guy TV9, proudly under new management. We're building stronger with a balanced and open platform for all advertisers. Whether you're promoting a business, service, or event, your message belongs right here. So choose your spot, news, prime time, or anytime, and reach viewers across Guyana. With affordable rates and professional service, Guy TV9 is your partner in progress. So visit us at Lot 21A, Lamaha Street, Georgetown, in the Century 21 building, or call 600-5006 or 761-5006. Guyana TV9. New leadership, fresh outlook, real result.
Welcome back. You're watching the Guyana TV9 News Bulletin. The government of Ghana has approved the promotion of 101 officers within the Ghana Prison Service in what the Ministry of Home Affairs described as one of the most comprehensive advancement exercises in recent years, aimed at strengthening leadership and improving operations across the country's correctional system.
In a statement on Tuesday, the Ministry of Home Affairs said the promotions span supervisory, administrative, and technical levels and are intended to expand command capacity, strengthen middle management oversight, and support ongoing security and rehabilitation reforms within the prison system. The initiative forms part of broader modernization efforts being implemented under the administration of President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, which focus on strengthening human capital and correctional services while upgrading physical infrastructure. According to the ministry, the promotions were approved following thorough administrative and procedural reviews and are expected to restore structured career progression, improved succession planning, and enhance operational accountability across correctional facilities. Those promoted include 5 superintendents of prison, 13 assistant superintendents of prisons, 2 cadet officers internal on probation, 17 chief prison officers, 28 principal prison officers, 2, 23 principal prison officers, 1, 12 prison trade instructors. The Home Affairs Ministry said the promotions are part of a wider reform program designed to modernize the correctional system. The program includes infrastructure upgrades at facilities such as Lusignan Prison, the Mazarine Prison, the introduction of enhanced electronic system monitoring, and expanded professional training for prison officers. More than 150 officers are expected to undergo training in 2026 in areas such as correctional management and human rights standards. Minister of Home Affairs Onij Warren said the promotions place trusted officers in positions of greater responsibility. Quote, secure facilities and effective rehabilitation depend on their discipline, fairness, and daily commitment to lawful and humane custody, end of quote, she noted. The minister also encouraged the promoted officers to pursue continued academic and professional development, emphasizing that career advancement within the service must be accompanied by ongoing skills building and education. The Ministry of Home Affairs said it will continue to pursue reforms aimed at strengthening professional standards within the prison system, improving officers' welfare, and boosting public confidence in the country's correctional administration.
The body of a 24-year-old security guard, Vishal Miguel, was discovered in a Unity East Bank Essequibo River Wednesday morning. Miguel, employed on a boat, left home Monday afternoon earlier than usual and failed to return by Tuesday. Concerned relatives, after learning the boat's 75 horsepower engine was missing, reported him to police. Authorities, including CID officers, searched the area and recovered his body with an excavator near the boat. Miguel had started working at the location earlier this year, had no known disputes. Police continue investigating the circumstances surrounding his untimely death. The Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation has begun implementing additional safety measures following 2 recent patients' deaths by suicide at the hospital.
Health Minister Frank Anthony described the incidents as very unfortunate and stated that both patients had been placed on suicide watch. According to the minister, staff members had been assigned to monitor the patients, but the incident occurred during brief moments when they stepped out of the rooms. In response, Dr. Anthony said he has instructed the hospital to install temporary barriers on all windows in affected wards, while new windows designed to prevent patients from passing through them are being manufactured and installed. He noted that once the new windows are fully in place, the risk associated with that vulnerability should be reduced. The minister also explained that repairs to the hospital's psychiatric ward have required some patients to be temporarily relocated to other sections of the facility, adding that additional precautions will now be taken to improve patient safety. On February 26, a 70-year-old patient died after jumping from the second floor of the male surgical ward at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. On January 18, 22-year-old Marissa Eastman of La Parfait Harmony, who was 6 months pregnant, also died after jumping from the 3rd floor of a ward at the hospital. Adana Doric, Guyana TV9 News.
Turning our attention now to regional news out of Barbados, a man with psychiatric history is assisting police in their investigation of stabbing incidents in Lower Bridge Gap, Cave Hill, St. Michael, that claimed the life of one man and left 2 others seriously injured on Sunday. Initial investigations indicate that the male victim was walking along a track at around 3:30 p.m. when another man approached and stabbed him multiple times. Police were called to the scene and found the victim lifeless. A medical doctor attended and pronounced him dead. Reports indicate that 2 other individuals were also attacked and sustained serious injuries. Authorities in Utah discovered the bodies of 3 women aged 30s, 60s, and 80s on a Wayne County hiking trail and a nearby residence Wednesday. The Utah Department of Public Safety reported investigators tracked the suspect, a 22-year-old Iowa man, driving one victim's car through remote southeastern Utah into Arizona and Colorado, where he was arrested Thursday without incident. Officials say he has no known connection to the victims. Wayne County's sparsely populated area of about 2,500 saw schools and businesses close amid investigation. The victims' identities have not been released as the authorities continue their inquiry. Those are our major headlines for tonight's newscast. For more trending stories, follow us at our Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube platforms at GOI TV9. I'm Carwin Abrams. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.